Today we're going to be talking about the roller clutch, also known as a one-way bearing, and it can be found on nitro RC cars in either the easy start system for Traxxas or in your pull starter. But today we're going to be replacing the one on this T-Max because it has gone bad. One way to tell if your roller clutch or one-way bearing is going bad is when you try and start it with either the pull starter or the easy starter, you'll notice that it feels like it's just slipping. It isn't getting a grip on the starter shaft and turning over the engine. Start by removing the glow plug wire and then the red and black positive and negative wire that's connected to the easy start motor. After that, you want to pull the fuel pressure tube off the top of the exhaust and then pull the exhaust from the motor. Now there's a set screw that's holding the exhaust to the chassis. Loosen that set screw and the exhaust will slip right off the bracket. Next, you want to remove the pin from the air filter. I've used Loctite on the screws that connect the motor mount to the chassis, so to remove that it might be a little difficult, and to help loosen the Loctite up, a heat gun will help. From underneath the chassis you now have access to all the motor mount screws. Remove all 4 of the screws. Disconnect the linkage from the throttle control arm at the carburetor. Disconnect the ground wire that's connected to the back of the motor. And then pull the fuel line that is connected to the carburetor. Make sure you don't have any fuel in your fuel tank when doing this. Now that you've pulled the motor out, you can take the 3 screws that are connecting the easy start system to your motor. When you pull it apart, you'll notice that there's the one-way bearing, and you'll also notice that it's really dirty in there. Pull the one-way bearing out, grab some WD-40, and clean up all that dirt and residue that's in there from the fuel. Included with your bearing is a new washer. Slip the new washer on. The one-way bearing has 2 sides to it. One side has no text on it and the other side has text on it. When you install the bearing, you want the bearing's text side to be facing the motor. So when you put it in the easy start system, make sure the text is facing up. Same goes for the pull starting system. You want the text side to be facing out, so that way when you install it against the motor, the text will be facing the motor. Then just slip the easy starter right where it was before, put the 3 screws in, tighten them up, and then do everything that you've done to take it apart in reverse, and that's how you put it back together.